right. Setting up. Hey, we're on air, bro. Chill.
Smoky.
Okay. Let's fix this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's disable that. Put this slider here. And we're about to do this.
Alrighty.
Never look back, no, never say die. Always attack with the warrior cry. Never look back, no, never retreat. Never look back, never say defeat.
On the tail end of a Friday morning, I am your host, Baby Boy, standing here, bringing you this show. And with me, I have Eddie and Lil Crystal with me. Hope you guys have been off to a beautiful Friday thus far. We're gonna bring you some wrestling content. Who won AEW, NXT? What are the opinions? What can the future hold for wrestling in this war that is raging and is gonna rage from Wednesday to Wednesday on a week-to-week basis? Guys, if you want to communicate with us, the chat rooms are open, and also the comment section below is open for you guys to drop some love. Also, give us a like and share, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, follow us on social media, linked down below, alongside all the other platforms where you can catch us, such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Anchor, which is a great multi-platform. And you can also catch us on so much more. With that said, oh wait, how can I forget? You could listen to Ness and yours truly on SoundCloud and follow my personal Twitter as well. Now I'm going to pass the mic on to Eddie and Crystal. They will also usher you guys in, and if they have any shout-outs, they'll take care of those responsibilities too.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday morning. I know I am. And let's see, shout-outs. Shout-outs to everybody at ENTHooligins. This is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. Let's see, shout-outs to Tony, Anthony, Chris, Joyce. If you're on the road, have a safe trip back. And hopefully you're listening to us. Shout-outs to Julie. Shout-outs to Julie's mom. And I know I'm forgetting a lot of people. I know I am. Shout out to everyone else, our new subscribers, our old subscribers, and soon-to-be subscribers.
Want to send a shout out to my mom, a shout out to my dad, obviously. Shout out to the people from Misha's Music Element. And another shout out to my boy, Danny. What's going on, brother? Shout outs to you, Chris. Shout outs to Nancy. Shout outs to who am I forgetting here? Lord. Shout outs to Joe. What's going on, Joe? Thanks for reminding me of that one. Yes. Shout outs to Cynthia. Shout outs to all of you beautiful people. John, Austin, and who else do we need to shout out here?
Melissa. Shout outs to Melissa.
Oh, who cares? Yeah.
That's nice. Well, that's how you want to treat our colleague, huh?
Of course.
Oh, okay. I see. Yes. Eddie, do you have any shout-outs or anything?
I shout out the world.
Fair enough.
Everyone in it. Because why leave out someone?
Good point.
That way no one feels left out.
Wow.
You doing you.
Shout-outs also to my boy Jose, and shout-outs to Carl. What's up, Carl? How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for all the support that you give us.
Yeah, there you go. You and you.
So, with all of that out of the way, NXT, AEW, NXT. I have concerns, and my initial concern was with AEW, because when we look at the cards, when we examine both cards that went head-to-head on Wednesday, NXT obviously had a takeover style type of card from beginning to end. Main event after main event, one could say. Now, how could that concern me, people might ask? How the hell can that concern me? Well, this is how. I look at AEW and I look at their card. Obviously, not superior to NXT's. But they did one crucial thing. Well, apart from the one crucial thing that they did from a show format, there were a lot of subtleties there that I caught, that I noticed, that told me, well, this could put NXT in trouble. And let's start small. Let's look at the presentation. We look at NXT's presentation, and we look at AEW's presentation. And AEW had the works. AEW had that constant zooming into the audience, and to me it was kind of like them saying, look at us. Well, you guys are stuck over there in Full Sail University. We're over here at a big venue. To the eye, that's going to be very appealing, especially to somebody who doesn't know any better. Now, you, me, and Eddie, we know better. We know what's up. We know how all of this and how these machines operate. But to the casual eye, they're going to look at this and they're going to say, well, I think AEW is more big time because of how it looks from an audience perspective alone.
Definitely.
We look at the fireworks display. I'm not done. We look at the fireworks display. And now we start getting into the good stuff. Stuff that I guess one would say, yes, this is deemed towards a smart mark. What did NXT not do that AEW did that has me concerned? The fact that NXT, they, again, lights out from bell to bell. On a wrestling standpoint, from a wrestler's and wrestling's perspective, NXT did better. Yes, hands down. Hands down. There's no denying that. And I told you guys, to backtrack here, I told you guys a couple of weeks back, when we reviewed these shows, I was going to be fair. Just as I was fair when I told you guys, yes, NXT UK absolutely mopped the floor with AEW's All Out, with NJPW's Royal Quest. NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff was the show on that given Saturday. Like I said, I was going to be fair. So, we look at stories. We look at the cliffhangers that AEW left us with. We look at the questions that they left us with. We look at things such as, what the hell type of a faction is brewing here with Chris Jericho, Guevara, two Puerto Ricans, and an American?
Yeah.
What do we call this? There's that question. There's the intrigue of the tag team tournament, right? There's also still looming, if you guys have been following AEW from its conception, still looming are questions regarding MJF. When will he pull that trigger to betray his so-called best friend Cody?
Yeah.
We got all of that, right? Roll it all up. Ball it all up. NXT, we had surprise Finn Balor. We also had Tommaso Ciampa. Two great surprises. I'm not gonna reign over that parade. It would be unfair of me. However, beyond a solid and ridiculous in a good way wrestling presentation, we also ended up with the following. We ended up with injuries to Kyle O'Reilly. We also ended up with injuries to what's her face, Miss I like calling her Miss Gargano, Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae.
We ended up with injuries to her. Obviously, Adam Cole is, I don't know how the hell he did what he did, but yes, he's injured too. Matt Riddle is injured. What am I saying here? NXT put all their eggs. Hold on. NXT put all their eggs in one basket in order to secure a W against AEW. And what resulted from this is exactly what we saw. Injuries. Cliffhangers that were subpar at best. And it goes back to something that I said on Wednesday's podcast, where AEW's money, where their appeal is going to lie, is absolutely in their ability to tell stories. NXT has this ability, but when we look at it from star to star, AEW has people that can wrestle, yes, and also people that are good on the mic. They have an MJF, they have a Chris Jericho, they have a Cody who when he's on, he's on. They have a Brandy Rhodes. When she's on with her promo, she is on. Who could you say NXT has? That could talk with fluidity? That can, or should I better say, who are allowed to talk with fluidity? Who are allowed to go outside of the nature of a quote-unquote script? What does NXT have beyond a solid wrestling program? That is my concern. The ratings. 1.4 versus 800,000. The funny thing is, I thought the ratings were going to happen the other way around. I really did believe that NXT was going to pull a 1 point some million versus AEW potentially doing an 800,000. Which, either way you slice it, I don't think this is a number that hurts NXT and or AEW if they were to do those numbers down the line. However, let me say this. AEW, this is a product that had no secondary third, fourth, or fifth show, NXT had, look at that, we the people. NXT has Raw backing it up, SmackDown backing it up, and they have all these other forms of propaganda and all these other methods of selling you on their products. They have more resources than AEW. But yet AEW was able to pull in this number, which most people in the YouTube wrestling community were not expecting, including myself. I was not expecting that. I look at the injuries that NXT has in its hands because they wanted to win so desperately. Again, they threw everything they had. So the question becomes this: can you consistently have your wrestlers go out there on every given Wednesday at 110%, or should you do the smart thing? And I'm not saying having your wrestlers perform subpar, but what I'm saying is you have your wrestlers perform at a 70%. And then you have them go full throttle during the takeover events. That's what I'm saying. Because if you do this on a consistent basis, you're going to end up with injury after injury after injury. Hence why I believe AEW is going to play it safe, and they're going to go with a format of, on any given Tuesday, we're going to give you 2 solid matches. 2 solid matches, good storytelling, cliffhangers, variety. And I think that they have a lock on what's going to be their keys to success. Now, I wouldn't finish my opening statement, and I couldn't finish it without mentioning this. WWE congratulating AEW. Say what you want, think what you want, but that's a great move. It's Triple H's maturity. It's his understanding, and it goes back to what he said. The real winners in all of this are the fans. And I think that Triple H comes across as someone who understands the landscape of wrestling and where it's at today. But he also needs to understand that you have to slow down at times. And you have to give me something. You have to give your public something other than just throwing a surprise here and there. You got to give us something to hang on to. Because honestly, I'm not asking myself, oh, what is Ciampa going to do next week? I'm asking myself, what's going to be of this faction that Chris Jericho has assembled? I'm asking myself, what's going to be of this tag team tournament? I'm not asking myself anything beyond. Anything beyond when it comes to the NXT landscape. I'm not asking anything beyond what's going to happen in terms of, and I'm thinking long-term booking here till November. I'm thinking War Games, and that hasn't even been set up. Again, I'm not thinking next week. And that's my opening statement.
Wow. How do you follow that one up? Wow.
Go ahead.
Okay. So what I noticed about AEW, just like you said, Mo, earlier, was the storylines. And the storylines kept me invested in what was going on. NXT, like you said, I wasn't wondering what's going to happen with Finn Balor and Ciampa next week. Just like you said, I'm thinking about what's this faction? Is it a faction? Is it not a faction with Chris Jericho? What's going to happen with MJF? When is MJF going to turn on Cody Rhodes?
Right.
I'm gonna go the opposite of you guys. I'm gonna say NXT is like SmackDown compared to AEW Raw. I cared more for SmackDown than I did for Raw at that time. Now, the story is good, but what we come primarily is for wrestling. And I do care what happens with Finn Balor and Tommaso Ciampa because I know they're going to put on a good show. Just like Aleister Black and, everyone else on the card.
Right.
Matt Riddle and Adam Cole did phenomenal in that match. And I think they could go on a consistent basis like that. Because New Japan does it, Ring of Honor does it. So why can't NXT does it? I think what happened was a little bit of nerves is what happened. Same thing with AEW because they had a few botches in there. NXT had one botch, but
Yeah, but the thing is with that though, do you want your people on your main card to be injured though?
Well, look how many injuries came out of all
Look
of
how many
this,
injuries.
bro.
Yeah.
they got injured
NXT.
hold on. They got nervous.
Let me make a point. Let me make my other point. NXT was a show that prior to them coming onto the USA Network, all of their shows were taped. They were able to redo spots. They were able to edit things out. They were able to rest their athletes. Now, in relations to what you're saying in regards to New Japan, the only time New Japan has a very heavy schedule in terms of working their guys is during the G1 tournament. Other than that, they rest on a bi-weekly basis. And, again, it's something that really it concerns me with NXT. And this isn't only coming from me, but this is also something that even Roman Reigns has expressed in terms of how they work everyone and just WWE as a whole. He expressed his feelings on there being a subpar off season, which would be very much welcomed because, listen, beyond what you see on NXT, beyond what you see on Raw and SmackDown, these guys work house show after house show after house show after house show. And mind you, and this is an injustice, I know, but I have to include this. Say what you want about the main roster. They work, from what I know, they work amazing shows when it comes to their non-televised events. So, again, you're working these guys very, very hard. And, again, look at how many injuries came out of all of this.
Yeah,
you cannot have your guys go full throttle like this all the damn time. Because then what starts happening is this. You watch a takeover, and then you say to yourself, I've already seen this. I see this on every Wednesday, them going full throttle. What is different here? Whereas if you take the slow burn effect, and you build up, and you tease, come match time during the pay-per-views, it's going to feel special. This is why you just tease things. Slow burn.
You're gonna. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Another intriguing AEW counterpart to me is Moxley.
Oh yeah.
So again, and listen, I know Eddie, we stand on different ground here, but that's the beauty of all this, right? We can make an argument for either or. And I think that no matter how or where you slice this one, I think either argument is validated. It's, as I said, at the end of the day, when it comes to this quote-unquote war, everyone should just be having fun.
Everyone wins.
Yes. At the end of the day, it really comes down to that, right?
Definitely.
Phenomenal. I just think one show did a little bit better, and that's only because AEW is like new to this. But as the weeks go on, they're gonna get better. They're gonna put on better shows, and I think NXT is gonna still keep doing good because they don't have only those four, those main people. if people get injured, they could just swap in with someone else, and they're going to put on an equally good show.
Well, that depends on if NXT feels like they're talented enough too. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to just swap people out. You want to keep people interested in what's going on.
I mean, I don't know. I think I would like a fast-paced show every time. I won't get bored of that. You know?
Yeah, but that's not fair to the wrestlers,
bro, you gotta take not only yourself into consideration, but there's a multitude of people who have expressed the same exact concern.
Yeah, and not to mention is, they're wrestlers, they're human beings first and foremost.
I don't mind if they put on a good show. I mean, a fast-paced show or a slow-paced show, as long as it's good. I'm not gonna complain.
Right, but you're not. But the thing is too is you need to remember these guys are human beings first and foremost. They need to take their health seriously. You can't just have a fast-paced show every week because that wouldn't look good.
Well, it does look good.
Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, okay. But what I mean is, jeez, you guys, just it looks okay. It does look. It looks good. Yeah, but you got to remember those wrestlers are putting their, and I don't think this is melodramatic when I say this. They're putting their lives on the line.
I don't think they're gonna get injured every single time. I think nerves, like I said, nerves is what got them. They were trying to make sure they were better than AEW, and they did everything they could to do it, which in fact they did. They had better matches, like Mo was saying, but like they got injured in the process. But I think as the weeks go on, they're gonna get better with this, just like AEW is gonna get better with this, and they're all gonna. I think they're gonna be doing equally as good.
I think what needs to happen here with NXT is they need to find that balance, which they haven't found as of right now. And to agree completely with Eddie now, he's absolutely right in his thought process. And yes, gradually things will improve for both companies.
Mm-hmm. Because too, and I literally just thought of this. NXT is going from a 1-hour show that's taped for the WWE Network to a 2-hour show that's on USA Network, and that's live.
Not only that, a 1-hour show that is, again, pick and choose. If somebody effed up here, we're going to delete that and then just... Right, so, again, I mean, there was pressure on them too. There was pressure on AEW. There was pressure on NXT.
Yes.
But
so that's what I'm saying. Both of them are going to do good in the future, long run.
But
just give me Aleister Black back and Shinsuke Nakamura. Kevin Owens coming back. You can keep Sami Zayn.
That's another concern I have with NXT. Here we go. Yep. Let's talk. On any other given night, when it comes to AEW, you're going to see Cody, you're going to see MJF, you're going to see Kenny Omega, you're going to see the Young Bucks, and on and on and on and on and on and on. What Hunter cannot afford is for his NXT men and women to be taken to the main rosters of Raw and SmackDown.
That's not going to happen.
Because, hold on, let me finish. If this happens, remember, you're now appealing to a much wider audience in the USA Network. So, with that said, people are going to be, and they're going to be conditioned to on every Wednesday when they flip on to NXT, if that is their brand of choice in which they want to watch on a Wednesday. They're going to be used to the Garganos, the Ciampas, the Undisputed Era. What happens when that rug gets swiped from underneath them? Hey, where's Ciampa?
Oh, I don't want to watch this anymore.
And I've talked to a lot of people who have told me personally, I decided to watch AEW, and I'm sticking with AEW simply for the reason that what is the point in investing in NXT guys when they get taken away? And it's a sad reality. One that I hope Triple H puts his foot down and says, it's different now, McMahon.
Well, I don't know, man. I think it's a wrestling company, right? And when you come to wrestling, you don't go to see a particular guy. Yeah, it's sad when you see Shinsuke Nakamura leave, or Kevin Owens, or Samoa Joe, but everyone else is doing great as well. You know, you're supposed to invest in everyone, not just
bro, there in wrestling, you got to remember this. There are people who are the spearheads of this thing. The Attitude Era, yes, people came to see everyone, but what was a show without The Rock, without Austin, without Undertaker, without Hunter?
DX.
You know? So that's my whole point. NXT cannot afford to be in the middle of a trade-off.
Well, let me say this though. They put NXT on TV for a reason.
You know why? You know why it is? Because it's the only thing that equates to what AEW is.
Exactly.
Just as AEW equates to what NXT is, because the main rosters of Raw and SmackDown. Listen, they cannot touch NXT and they cannot touch AEW. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I'm sorry. And yes, it was Vince's idea
to put it on TV because he knew, man. He knew his product was gonna cut it.
Yeah, no.
He was like, Raw and SmackDown now. Hunter, we leave that to you.
But
you think that's his ego though? That he's saying that he thinks he probably thinks that NXT is inferior to Raw and SmackDown. And he's probably saying NXT, I'm gonna use the inferior product NXT to beat AEW and not his main brand. Do you think it's just ego?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
That's a great point. Great point. Yes, that's absolutely his ego talking. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if McMahon got so crazy that he wanted to extinguish NXT if he sees them doing greater than his main rosters. You imagine, check this out. You imagine, because anything is susceptible to happen. Do you imagine if NXT and AEW start drawing 2.0s, 3.0s, both of them hand in hand, drawing similar numbers on a Wednesday to Wednesday basis? Meanwhile, SmackDown and Raw are being left in the dust. You really think McMahon's gonna sit there and accept that his son-in-law is besting him?
No, of course not.
It's not happening. It absolutely isn't happening.
You know what's sad though? Back then, if this would have happened, he would have changed the product. But now he's like, nah, man, I'm not changing for no one. My product is better, and I'm gonna leave it like this.
And that's gonna
be during the WCW days. He changed the product.
Right.
That's why we had
after that 83 week ass whooping that WCW delivered.
So I think that's what's gonna happen now. And if he thinks that NXT is doing better than his product, and he's gonna wreck it. He might wreck it by just taking people out.
Exactly.
He's like, you're coming to my show, and I'm gonna make you look bad.
The number one reason out of everything that I've mentioned, all of my concerns regarding NXT, the number one concern is Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but couldn't Triple H put his foot down though and say no? Don't you know?
Okay, look.
He's not in charge of
the reason why Vince McMahon has Paul Levesque by the balls is due to the reason that what is Paul Levesque gonna get after McMahon croaks?
The company.
Exactly. The whole entire company.
It's sad too, man.
Exactly.
It's sad that it has to get to that point for him to get the company.
You know, I think of McMahon back in the day of like, you know, ECW and all this stuff, and then I look at him now and I'm like, what happened to you?
What I want is for him to just give the company Triple H and him focusing on XFL.
XFL?
Go focus on that.
Yeah. Seriously.
Do you guys know?
When you run a company, you go to XFL.
Do you guys know that McMahon, when he's not there at the shows, he monitors the show and he still finds a way to tell people what to do through Skype. He's that crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Matter of fact, he once electronically ripped a script.
So what?
That's
He
funny.
put the piece of paper over the microphone and you just ripped it?
You could just make a television show of all the things that
You can't.
I would see that.
I would be so
watch
entertained
that.
by
I would
that.
watch it.
I would definitely
watch that.
watch that.
Yo, and you have the little cartoon figures like doing the animations for it.
Oh yeah.
I would watch that.
Fun.
But you know, those are our thoughts on this whole AEW and NXT thing. I mean, again, different opinions, but that's what makes this great, right? And
Yeah.
you know, no one.
Notice how we didn't talk about Raw and SmackDown during here.
No. No, we did not. No.
You know,
But-
lost in the shuffle of all of this. There is a pay-per-view on Sunday for WWE, which only has announced, which only has announced 3 matches.
For the Hell in
What?
a Cell.
Yes,
Are you serious?
it only has 3 matches announced. Yes,
What?
it's gotten lost in the shuffle.
Gimmick was like they supposed to tell you every single match ahead of time.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Hell in a Cell.
It got lost in the shuffle of
I
NXT
totally
and
forgot.
AEW. You see, it's already getting lost.
The only
The
reason,
only
okay,
relevance to the main roster this week is SmackDown premiere on Fox.
Yeah, it's a new day gonna battle the
Which is
Usos
tonight.
again.
I believe that is the plan, and I have
That's the same old
I have
story over and over.
I have other news here concerning WWE, and it's
Mm-hmm.
that tonight we might see the seeds planted for a Randy Orton versus Rock match at WrestleMania. Oh gosh, shoot me now!
I thought you were gonna say a crown jewel.
Oh, the Vaudevillains!
All right.
Hey!
Where's my ice cream?
I know. I want ice cream now.
Eddie, how do you feel about Randy Orton and Dwayne Johnson head to head at WrestleMania?
I feel just as good as him versus John Cena.
Which wasn't good, right?
As good as Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
When I heard Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg, I was like, this is not a match. This is a slobber knocker. Like, this is a one-sided fist fight. It's like Brock Lesnar versus a bag of kittens. We don't know who's gonna win.
Jeez.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
He's part of Dolph Ziggler. It's just the storylines. And if he loses a regular match, you know, he loses the match against Kofi Kingston, you think he's gonna beat Goldberg? There's no chance.
Well, you know what, you guys? At least it's not a Punjabi match.
Oh gosh.
You know, a Punjabi match would have been excellent if it wasn't because of the people that was in it.
That's a great point because, yo, Eddie, tell me that visually the structure didn't look dope.
And you tell me, bamboo? That freaking hurts, man. You ever been struck
Hell,
by?
no, sir, but I'm sure it. I'm sure it's painful.
I've never been struck by one too, but it hurts.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it could do damage to your bones.
I got hit with a broom before. If that hurts, a bamboo stick is gonna be much hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially when it splinters. Oh man,
Ow.
Ooh.
But yeah,
that stuff broken.
But yeah, that's one of the news bits. The other news bit is that this Kofi Kingston and Brock Lesnar thing is gonna go past, or might go past, tonight. So after Brock wins, it's not the end, because I believe the closing will be at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, where people don't give a damn about wrestling, where the head guy wanted to see a match between the Ultimate Warrior and or not see a match between. He just wanted to see appearances by the Ultimate Warrior and Yokozuna, two guys who are Dead.
Are they dead?
Really? Wait,
Wait,
he
what?
did?
Yes, he wanted McMahon.
Who?
So
What's his
he wanted McMahon.
what's his name?
The Saudi Prince?
Yeah, the Prince. What's his name?
But they're dead.
Gosh. I can't think of his name right now.
They have two imposters.
No. Something Ahmed.
No, it's not Ahmed.
No, I don't know. Ashir? No, not Ashir. Shaid? No.
Why
not
you
Shaid.
why you gotta be so stereotypical, man? Like,
No, I wasn't. I
really,
wasn't.
the first thing you go is
what's his
Ahmed?
name?
Really?
What? There's Ahmed the Dead Terrorist.
Oh, come on. Oh, gee.
No.
No.
He's
I did not say that. I did not say
No.
that.
No,
I know you're
no,
talking about the comedy bit, but no, I did not say that. I did not say that, folks. I did not say that, folks.
Okay. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Do you want me to go look it up?
Yeah, go look at it.
Yeah.
Is it really that important?
It really is, because it's going to it's going to eat at me if we don't get this name.
One
I
moment.
don't think they should do a show in that place anyway. But
One moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ask Google.
I know.
One moment.
Well, yeah. When in doubt, ask Google. Google.
you know what NXT did better too? I think
Go ahead.
they had 2 women matches, which was excellent. I'm not saying that the women match of AEW was awful.
Oh no
'cause
no
it was
no!
good.
Oh no! The women's matches, NXT has the formula when it comes to the women's matches. That is absolutely 100% validated.
Now in NXT, the bots that I've seen was Shayna Baszler when she fell off the top ropes.
Yep.
That's the one botch. But
Now here's the major botch that I saw, and it isn't anything necessarily from a physicality standpoint, more so than what it was a psychological botch. Here is my gripe with that match. Here we go. The women's match, AEW.
Okay.
When Rio was, remember when she would try to mount these comebacks, and she would do these rap tap tap type of try to punch, elbow kick her way out of. My point is, her offense wasn't being met with the best of sell jobs.
You mean like this girl wasn't selling good?
Correct.
But to be fair, like those hits should hurt. But the stomps that she was doing did not look like it hurt at all. I mean,
Yeah, but this is why you. This is why.
Her up, man.
But this is why you have to take the responsibility of selling.
Yeah.
Because a move may not commence well, but if you finish it well with a fantastic sell job, yes, it does it justice. You know what I'm saying?
Now, here's the one thing where like I thought was unbelievable was when the girl was on top of her.
Oh, the suplex.
And this little funny, no, not suplex, but when she was on her with like the what's her name, the big girl.
Oh, yeah. Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose. When she was on her on the smaller girl, when she was on her, like, she had the submission. She was crawling,
Carrying
to the
her
ropes.
weight, yes.
Yeah, not only her weight, but Nia's weight.
Yes.
That's unbelievable to me.
Yes.
Now, if it was like Shayna Baszler, I can understand that because she's smaller than her.
Yeah, but she has a bigger frame, and she's done MMA as well, so.
But this girl has no sort of muscle whatsoever.
No.
She's pulling her weight and this girl's weight.
Yep. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? It's all that fiber that the Japanese consume. I'm being for real. I'm.
Yeah, they consume a lot of fiber.
You're saying they have a lot of energy and strength.
Yes, sir. But
I don't think that would happen in real life.
Did you find the name?
Muhammad.
Oh, that's another not so original name.
What is the last name?
Saul.
There you go. Yeah. So he wanted the Ultimate Warrior and Yokozuna.
Wow.
They were gonna have holograms of those two.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez. Where everything would go wrong.
The
Watch.
ridiculousness, I tell
I
you.
think that would be good.
No, that wouldn't be good at all.
No, that wouldn't be good.
No.
That'd be terrible.
That would be horrible.
Matter of fact,
I think-
holograms freak
I
me
think
out
what
as
they
is.
do have two imposters. Have an Ultimate Warrior look-alike and a Yokozuna look-alike, and have them fight.
Oh my gosh. No.
They already did that with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash back in the day. And, yeah, that went...
Oh, you think Vince cares at this point?
Who knows? Who knows what that old
Yeah.
man is thinking?
Yeah.
Listen, we got two good things going on right now: NXT and New Japan, AEW.
Yes.
Yeah,
And that is
in other words, what he's
Raw,
what Eddie's saying, that's
WWE.
that is our wrestling safe haven.
That's very true.
That's our WWE versus WCW.
So
Wednesday Night War.
it's on, man. It's a good feeling. It's
I
a
don't
great
think it's a
feeling.
war. It's more of a like.
Well, given the fact that Hunter congratulated AEW, I mean,
It's a friendly competition, you could say.
and even though they've taken shots at each other, they've also gone out of their way to say good things about each other too.
Oh yeah.
I think it's because Cody and Triple H are such good friends as well.
Oh, you know about that whole thing too?
Yeah, I mean, they were in the same faction, weren't they?
Well, not only that, but no. Cody was in a faction with
Cody
Randy
was-
Orton.
Yeah. I'm saying Randy
But
Orton was.
from what I know, him and Hunter did leave, under good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Did him and Vince leave on good terms?
I don't know about Vince. A lot of people don't leave under good terms when it comes to the
With
old
Vince.
man.
No.
He just didn't like the whole Stardust thing.
He didn't. No.
I didn't like it either, honestly.
Neither did
mean,
I.
Good.
But any thoughts in regards to SmackDown tonight? Rock, Austin,
No.
Sting.
Not really.
That didn't happen yet.
the Bella,
I thought it been happening.
the Bella Twins.
What? Oh.
I'm just giving you names that are gonna appear and do their cameos, and
The Bella Twins though.
yeah, the Bella Twins are gonna be
How
there.
they talking about the and then
The Bella
came back.
Twins, they're gonna be there.
Yes. Like I know, like who you're talking about. You're like talking about the Bella Twins.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God! Like they are so amazing, and oh my gosh, like Brie Bella is so cool. Not really.
Wow, this show just went down the toilet.
It really did. I'm so sorry. I could not help getting a shot in at the Bella Twins.
Speaking of NXT, I want I want Asuka to come back and fight Shayna.
Oh, bro,
Oh man,
the freaking.
I want that too.
Oh my God, yes.
I want
good.
that too. Yes.
You know?
Thought of that is beyond amazing.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
But
Like, man, I would just be like, she's back.
Oh yeah. You told me something really cool last night. About NXT and AEW. Why they had commercials on at the same time.
oh yeah, they had TVs
Picture by
on.
picture.
So
Oh, yeah,
people-
that's one thing that AEW did phenomenal. Picture by picture.
oh
I
yeah,
love that.
that's great. That's great.
I think Triple H is gonna feel that, yo.
But yo, check this out. Back in gorilla positions, AEW guys had NXT program on their monitors and TVs, and over there at Full Sail University, they had AEW on their monitors. So they were watching each other, yo.
That's so cool.
That is
That's
freaking awesome, bro.
As you can tell, these wrestlers are fans themselves, you know?
That's
Yeah,
freaking awesome,
yeah.
bro. I freaking love it. I wish I could have been in gorilla position there and just, it must have been crazy cool backstage for both
Even
shows.
Like sit down, like as the gorilla sit down.
That's no. Gorilla position is what you call. Okay, you know the spot behind the curtain before you see the wrestlers make their entrance?
Yeah.
That's the area that's called gorilla position.
Why?
That was a name that was given by Gorilla Monsoon. Because that is where, basically, to make a long story short, that is where meetings would take place, and Gorilla would usually usher those. And from that point, in every wrestling company, it's been known as Gorilla Position.
Dang, made that famous.
Yes, he did.
That's cool.
Yes. So, a little something for you guys there.
Yo, but that Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle match was fantastic. Yo. I love that match.
I love
the knee strikes.
I'm a fan of Matt Riddle, bro.
Me too.
I'm a fan.
Those
of
knee
his.
strikes, yo. And here's a perfect example of Adam Cole, like a size not mattering. Adam Cole was a lot smaller, a lot more, petite compared to Matt Riddle. Yet he performed excellent. Whereas the girl in AEW versus Nyla, it didn't look that impressive,
Well, Riho versus Nyla?
Well, again, I think a lot of it has to do with Rose. Not so much Rio. Rio has years and years and years of experience on this girl. I just don't. Now, let me give you this. Do you really think the match would have been the same if it was Rio versus Awesome Kong? Never.
No.
Awesome
I honestly
Kong.
want to see Nyla versus Awesome Kong.
Awesome Kong would have made that match. Yo. Come on. So basically what I'm saying is Nyla Rose is still green.
Well, they said it too. Tony Kong in the interview said that she's kind of green.
Yeah. So she's got a lot to work on.
Yeah, Riho has been doing this since she was 9 years old.
Yes.
And she's 22.
Yes.
I think how much experience does this girl have, Nyla?
I'm
not too sure, but
I don't
definitely not as much as Rio.
No.
Yeah, she's been doing it since she was a kid. 9 years old.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, speaking of Riho.
Yeah.
Do you think her and Kenny would be romantically involved on screen, or like a mentor?
No, I think they're gonna play more a mentor role,
like a teacher-student kind of thing.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what they are in real life, anyways.
Yeah.
Wait, they're romantically involved?
No. Go ahead.
Kenny found her at 9 years old, and
Dang.
basically mentored her.
He trained her since 9, so he's like a dad.
Basically.
Pretty much. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So.
That would be kind of creepy if they had a romantic.
That'd be weird.
Speaking of, there was an idea thrown out there. Going back to the WWE side of things, there was an idea for a lesbian angle.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who the participants are?
I'm gonna guess who it is, but I don't know their names. Is that MMA chick that's in Mandy Rose?
It's Mandy Rose and DeVille.
And DeVille. Oh.
Yeah, I knew who it was before. They're all lesbians in real life, though.
No, Mandy Rose is straight.
Mandy Rose isn't she straight?
Yeah.
Straight?
The other girl is a lesbian.
DeVille.
Yeah. Well, they keep on hinting at her being gay.
So, I don't know really how I would feel about that.
She doesn't have a problem with kissing a girl? Mandy Rose?
Again, I don't know how I would feel about that.
I don't know how I'd feel about that.
I know this girl wouldn't mind. She's like, hey.
Yeah, I know, but we'll see what happens there. I don't see.
She has a girlfriend, don't she?
I don't see much of
but
anything.
Then again,
yeah, she does.
Then again, Rusev and Lana situation, and that storyline is terrible.
What is the deal with that?
Yeah, I know.
Why does Vince do this to people?
Just like Mike, whatever his name, and Maria.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah,
That
that's only so
thing
that way Maury
agitates-
could be on.
Oh yeah, it just agitates me.
It does.
It's like, listen, we came to see good story. This is crappy story. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even when ECW had storylines like this, it made sense. Like, it wasn't painfully fake.
hmm
Like ECW, they made it like, yo, I think I believe this.
Yeah.
With Maria and Mike, you're like, you don't believe this. You know she
No.
loves.
Yeah,
They love each other.
obviously.
Like, and each time they go out, I feel bad for both of them because like, it's like Vince is testing their relationship. You know.
But he does this to
But he always does
everyone.
this.
If
Everybody.
if he feels that there's an ugly participant within that couple, he's gonna ruin it. Obviously,
Who's the ugly participant
obviously-
and Mike and Maria?
obviously. Well, I don't know because Maria's a good-looking girl, and you know,
Yeah,
Bennett
even
is
with Rusev,
Bennett is
This was like,
Bennett
oh,
is.
I don't see what this
mean,
girl sees,
Yeah, Bennett.
but now he's in better shape.
You know, I mean, he's. Oh gosh, hold on.
But
He got a call or something.
oh,
Yeah, I don't know why Vince does this. Vince does this with every single relationship that.
I think she
That
just
he
wants
sees.
to be the godfather between who's in a relationship and who's not.
Oh, so he wants to choose.
I made you in a relationship. I made this.
Oh, okay.
I made
That-
this. I made that.
That would make sense.
I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Darn it.
I know, right? Yeah, but he just needs to stop because that's just painfully obvious.
Like even when Shane came back, people thought Raw and SmackDown was going to do better, but like, has it?
No,
Has it?
it hasn't at all.
And the thing about like when you saw Raw and SmackDown being governed by Triple H when he was CEO,
Mhm.
you saw like the first couple weeks was great, but then when he stepped out of that, it was terrible again.
Yeah, because Vince had the reins again. You know what
Exactly. So now you see NXT with Triple H, and you see why it's doing so great. And that's because
Shane McMahon is obviously going to lose his match tonight against Kevin
I could
Owens.
care less.
Hold on. I'm going somewhere with this. Shane McMahon is set to be leaving the WWE. This isn't just a script, but this is real life. He's set to be leaving the WWE. Now, I know this isn't going to happen, but do you imagine what would be the reaction if he ended up in AEW?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the whole WCW angle was that a gimmick or did he actually buy?
No, that was all Vince.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So you saying what if he went to AEW?
that would be some insanity, bro.
Yo,
It
if
would
he
be.
went to AEW is gonna have NXT type matches, and by that I mean like it's gonna be on point every single week.
No, can't have that. I disagree with that method, bro.
You can't have NXT be on point. AEW be on point every week.
Or NXT.
Or NXT. That's
You
unrealistic.
can't
Listen.
burn your guys out, bro.
I'm saying like I'm talking about like the Attitude Era, where like every show every week was like, yo, it's a must see, must watch. I'm even talking about SmackDown because SmackDown didn't have too much storyline and they had wrestling, and that's what I picture NXT. Whereas I picture AEW, as you like to say, like it has more story.
Right.
That's the Raw.
Right.
That's
right.
our Raw and SmackDown of today.
That's crazy, isn't it? When
That is
when you
crazy.
when you look at it from that logic, yeah, it's
Except NXT or SmackDown, they happen on the same day.
it's insanity, bro. It's insanity. But yeah, Shane is leaving. CM Punk has been but confirmed at this point. Dave Meltzer said that the only thing left to do is to make the announcement. He won't be wrestling though. He himself said he doesn't want to go back to the ring and wrestle.
Right.
He says he doesn't want to put himself in a position where he will feel as if though he's not safe. So he says he's comfortable taking more of a role of an analyst, commentator. That's the thing that he's doing now. So, in terms of CM Punk, though, when you really ask the question, he's revered for whatever reason. I'm gonna give him that. He's a good promo, but beyond that, he doesn't. Hold on. Beyond that, he doesn't have the same amount of prestigious matches like The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit. Hell, even Edge.
Wow.
Whom I have it on good word could be returning.
I don't know, man. What about his neck?
Okay, for what I know, he is undergoing similar procedures to what Daniel Bryan did.
You serious?
I'm dead serious.
What kind of like medicine are these guys doing?
Some sort of chamber treatment, from what I know.
What, you go into this chamber?
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works exactly, but yeah, he's gonna undergo the same procedure, or has underwent the same procedure as Daniel Bryan.
So is it like?
What's up, man?
So is it like on Urkel where he goes and he does the transformation chamber?
No.
where he goes into the chamber and then he comes out and he's fine?
No.
Oh.
If that were the case, the whole world would be cured of a lot of
That would be
crap.
cool.
I don't think that would happen because a lot of people would run out of money.
That's right.
That's true. Yeah.
And without the diseases or plagues, there ain't no pharmacies, and no pharmacies,
Exactly.
no money.
And let's be fair, even if people,
And that's a whole other thing entirely.
Yeah, that's a whole nother 2 cents.
The whole yes.
But I think we're done running down everything wrestling right now. At least
Yes, I
to
think
my
we're
knowledge.
squozing. See, I use squozing.
Yes. But with that said, folks, I want to encourage you guys to have a beautiful rest of the day. Enjoy the weekend. Keep your eyes and ears open. We'll be back next week with much, much more content. I want to thank Crystal and Eddie for joining me here, for being part of this. If you're going to watch SmackDown tonight, for what it is, enjoy it. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a nostalgia act, but beyond that, next week's SmackDown is going to be the same old crap.
Yep. Oh, and we're keeping this show Fridays, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, with that said, folks, have a beautiful rest of the day. God bless you all, man. And like I say, if that ain't your thing, don't disrespect. But positive vibes coming your way too. So with that said, y'all, till next time, I'll leave you with a resounding Sega. Let's where's Adam Cole, baby? Where is he? Oh, here he is.
Shock. This is the